Hello, entrepreneurs. Welcome to another episode of Entrepreneur Fundamentals. My name is Robert Bitto. Today we're going to talk a little bit about shipping. When I first started my store in 1999, I had a website. And back then, people told me that I couldn't sell handcrafted merchandise online because people needed to pick it up and look at it and experience it. I countered with, well, how is somebody in rural Iowa or Australia going to have access to these products? They're just like any other product. So, what I did is I had this website, and within a few years, it started to take off. By year number 8, I was selling more online than I was selling inside my retail store. And then so I decided to close the store and just pursue online. That was after 10 years. So I've been for the past 7 years purely online. All I do all day is ship things out, and I get things in too. So what I'm about to share with you are some helpful hints with regards to shipping and dealing with shipping services and dealing with customers who may complain about your packaging, about the delivery, and anything to do with shipping. So, first of all, I want to say that in the 17 years of business that I've had, I've shipped about 60 to 70,000 packages. That's a lot. So, I know what I'm talking about here. One thing that I want to address is insurance. I don't buy insurance on packages anymore. Most of the insurance is built in if you do priority mail or if you use other services like FedEx. But if I'm doing parcel post, which is cheaper through the US mail, I don't ever buy insurance. There are a couple reasons for that. One is customer behavior. Two is our ability to pack things here. We have it down after this amount of time. And three is just numbers, the chances that we're taking here. So customer expectations, that's something interesting that I need to talk about here. If a package arrives damaged, it's your fault. That's it. It doesn't matter who delivered it, how it was delivered, under what conditions it was delivered. If the box was stepped on by an elephant, the person who sends out the package is at fault in the eyes of the buyer. It didn't used to be that way. 15 years ago, insurance was optional on pretty much everything. It wasn't built into priority mail. That hadn't happened yet. And different sites like eBay would offer insurance as an option. Your customer could choose to spend more on insurance. And if something arrived damaged and the package wasn't insured, the customer was actually cool about it, which to me now, I can barely believe that actually happened. But it did. People were like, oh, well, it arrived broke. Yeah, it's my fault. I didn't buy the insurance. Now it's not like that at all. Even if insurance is built in, this is what it's come to. If something arrives broken and it's insured, the customer will not go to the post office to file the claim like they're supposed to. They will say, you take care of it. And then you can go back and forth with the customer and say, oh no, you agreed that if something happens, according to my fine print on my website or in my eBay store, that you're responsible for going to the post office and filing a claim. They can say, oh no, I didn't see that. You put it in a really obscure place in your listing, and so no, you're going to pay me for the breakage. What's the whole point of insurance? The customer is supposed to go down to the post office and make a claim, but nobody wants to be bothered anymore. That used to be the case where people would pay for their insurance. Something got broken, then they'd go down to the post office and make a claim, and then that's it. But nowadays, the way credit cards are and the way these websites are set up, Amazon, eBay, Etsy, all of this stuff, they favor the buyer over the seller. So if the buyer claims that something's broken, they don't even have to show proof. They say, oh, the thing broke, I'm going to do a chargeback. So they can do that through the website, or if you own your own website, then they can do that through their credit card company. They can say that merchant screwed me over, and the item arrived broken, and you did your best to pack it or whatever, and the post office did whatever they did. But they can always, the buyer always has the upper hand on you. And it can be the most ridiculous thing. Like, a woman said she bought a cat sculpture from me, and it was well packed as usual, but the mailman had left it near some sort of an electronic gate, and the gate closed on the package and crushed it and broke the cat. So that's my fault. That's what the customer said. I was like, well, take the box to the post office and file a claim. No, you need to make this right. Well, how's it my fault? Well, it isn't. Of course it isn't. But the customer doesn't want to deal with the post office. They don't want to deal with anybody except for you. And let me tell you this. In cases like this, now for me, breakage, first of all, is rare. That goes back to the numbers that I was talking about. It's very rare that you're going to get breakage if you know what you're doing. So you just take the chance. You build it into your business. I don't waste time buying insurance for parcel post, because I know that if it does arrive broken, I'm just going to click the refund button, refund the cost of the product, and refund the cost of the shipping. Because you do that, it takes 1 minute, and then it's done, instead of a back and a forth, a bad feedback, a chargeback, all these penalties against you, or whatever that the customer can do. But what I do first, though, is if somebody does allege that something's broken, I demand a picture. Everybody has a camera phone now. Before, when I used to do that, people would say, I don't have a camera, I don't have a digital camera, I don't know how to send it to you, whatever. Now everybody has one. So the interesting thing that I have found is that 9 times out of 10, when somebody says something's been broken, and I ask them to send me a photograph, then I don't hear from them again. And then in the 1 out of 10 that I do get the picture, then we go from there. And then it's just click, refund. Okay, not going to mess with it, because they're not going to go to the post office. They're not going to do what they're going to do. They're going to come back at you, whatever. Thankfully, this is just a rare thing. Now, I talked about insurance. Briefly, I'm going to talk about fragile stickers. I used to spend a lot of money putting fragile stickers on boxes. It costs money for the stickers, and it also costs time to have employees be putting these stickers on 4 sides of the box. It takes time, okay? And it's worth nothing. And how do I know that? When I started to really ship a lot, I said, you know what? Maybe I need to be asking the people who handle my packages what would work best for them. Nobody talks to the little minions at the post office. But I was like, hey, I'm a big shipper, and I approached a number of people in several post offices asking them, hey, how can I make your job easier? And, I made a little joke. I'm contributing to your retirement fund with all these packages. Oh, and they love that. Their faces all light up when I say that, because, they're punching the clock for their retirement. And so I got a lot of feedback from people, and a couple of things I heard about the fragile stickers. One guy was pretty funny about it. He said, if I see fragile stickers, I know that we'll play around with the package in the back, and we'll throw it around and kick it around. I was like, what? What are you saying? You're admitting this to me? And he said, yes, because they put those stickers on there, and nobody's going to tell me how to do my job. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. So, to a functionary, a government employee who feels like he has no power, he can gain a little satisfaction by kicking around that box that has all those fragile stickers on it. So it's arbitrary anyway. Do you think that those workers want to even pay attention to stuff on the boxes? No, they just want to get the stuff in, process it, get it on the truck, and they get it out. And that's another thing I heard from other people. Oh, we don't pay attention to little stickers and or anything on the package. It doesn't make us do anything differently. So that's why I don't spend money on the stickers, because if they do pay attention to the stickers, it's going to be in a negative way. And I have to explain that to customers every once in a while. I'll get somebody, you didn't even put fragile stickers on it. But yeah, it's just not worth it. But an important lesson here is, if you are doing something of any bigger scale, you have to talk to the people who are involved in the process. And in my case, it was going to 3 different post offices and just chit-chatting with people to see what they said about, mail processing. And it was valuable for me to do that. And they actually appreciate it too. They feel like their input is valued, and it is. Because when your livelihood depends on people to do their part, you want them to do their part. So that's a lesson you can learn that you can apply to other facets of your business, even if you don't do shipping. So that's about all I have to say. That's why I don't use insurance when it's optional, and that's why I don't have fragile stickers on my boxes. If you found this video helpful, if you want me to make more, please hit the like button. And until next time, thank you for watching. And remember to always work hard, and may all of your entrepreneurial dreams come true.